a lot of the kids in the township don't have spaces to amplify their voices, and that's why a lot of them don't create change, you know. And so from that day, I made it my mission to create those spaces to really amplify their voices and to share with the world how the climate crisis is already affecting them. Okay, so my name is Xoli Fuyani. I'm the environmental project manager for S10 project. I work with 4 schools in Kailicha, and I'm teaching environmental education, also mentoring young climate activists. So now we are at Yomelela Primary School, which is in Kailicha. This is where one of my projects is based. And we run a program called the Living Classroom, where we introduced worm farming into the foundation phase, which is grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. And the whole intention around that program is to really instill love and curiosity with little kids. And that first lesson, nobody wants to touch the worms. They're all squeamish, like they scream and they run away, they run outside the classroom. But then you see the shift, you know, like when I start to teach them, I'm like, no, these creatures are really incredible. They help us to turn our food waste into compost, and then that compost, we use it to grow our own food. And when they get that, and then there's a shift, you know, then they start to engage. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna leave them with you, you know, you're gonna be the farmer. So if you're a farmer, you need to take care of your pets. And they slowly, you know, like warm up to the worms, and they touch them, and they play with them. And at the end of the day, they become best friends. Clap, 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 clap. There you go, come sit. And then from that curiosity and sense of love within, those kids then have an opportunity to join our program called the Eco Warriors. And that's where we really then dive deep into environmental issues affecting themselves, like their communities and the world in general. If kids get more curious and they want to know more, then we really inspire them to advocate and be the change, you know, of these issues. And that's where then they have an opportunity to join the program called the Climate Girls, where we teach them how to advocate and to become young climate activists.
Hi, my name is Annalisa Mketezi and I'm 13 years old.
Hi, my name is Pamela Lusaseni. I'm 13 years old.
Hi, my name is Atemele Kyanki. I am 12 years old.
Hi, my name is Elam Gogwana. I'm 13 years old. I'm a climate change activist. In Climate Girls Club, we learn more about things that are related to climate change and global warming, where we take time to advocate and spread awareness, and also to implement awareness to other people to take action.
How it came about, it was when we started getting involved with the climate strikes. There were these 5 girls that really want to be in the forefront and saying like, I just don't want to hear about what's happening, but I want to be the voice of change. And so then we formed this group where I then mentored them, you know, like in how to advocate for environmental issues or climate justice issues that are affecting you and your community. And it really just became a space where we really empower these girls to stand up, and we also give them a space to really amplify their voices, you know. My job is to really just to give them the stats and the facts, you know, and they then take that and apply it to their local situations and come up with solutions, you know.
Xoli is one of the teachers that teach me more about the environment, because I've been clueless about the environment, and I discovered so many interesting things that I don't know, like worm farming. I started my own home gardening, so I also wanted people to start their own home gardening.
She saw how people were starving, you know, like in our community. And she came up with this brilliant idea. She was like, I want to start my own nursery. I want people to barter, you know, for the seedlings. I'm going to teach them how to make eco bricks. Therefore, they're cleaning their community. And then with those eco bricks, they would exchange them for the seedlings. And therefore, they could grow their own food and feed their own families. I mean, we have the likes of Yola Mgogwane, who is now 12 years old. Has been very privileged, to being invited, in conferences, where she can speak about her experience. I think one of her biggest conferences she's ever attended was the UNFPA ICDP in Kenya, and where she was in a panel with presidents.
Yes, I went there to Kenya on a conference to speak about climate change, and also to make people aware, and also to tell people more about how climate change affects us, more as people that live in the informal settlements.
She stays in an informal settlement, but she's not allowing that to prevent her from then being the change. And now she's running her own eco club, in a community where she's empowering younger kids, and teaching them about these environmental issues, because she always says I didn't know, and she says if I knew earlier I would have had an opportunity to act, and she's I don't want the kids in my neighborhood to have the same experience, because I have this privilege now of knowing, I want them also to be aware. It really has been super inspiring, watching them growing up to these incredible, resilient, climate activists, and being the voice of change, but not just talking, but acting, and saying these are the solutions that can be done, and I am part of that solution. I'm going to make it happen.